So hey, what's up guys, Untitled here and welcome back another excited element 3D tutorial. This time I am very serious guys because I am experimenting on a idea and I just figure out everything and I will share the knowledge with you. So let me get inside After Effects and we will talk few more things. So here is the first step. So basically I inspired from the guy whose name is Edward OV, and I hope you know this guy. He makes some cool visuals, and I got inspired from there. But after that, I tried to work on this idea, and after few days, I got something, and I am going to share with you. So here we are inside After Effects, and I will show you some of the process. So let's check what we are going to create today.
Maybe I was wrong, even once wasn't anything. So if we had another chance, I would never let you steal my lips. Bring me back to life.
Alright, so I hope you enjoy it a lot, and let me show you step by step. So the first day when I was thinking to make that, so I shoot this video. He is my friend Krishna. So I shoot this video and I just put this clip in After Effects, and I did not get any good track, or I can say I did not track this shot properly. So I go into another program and I just worked and made this video which I posted first time on Instagram. Then on second day I put some tracking markers on his face so I can get some good tracks. But you know, in this one, what I missed, the tracking marker size is very little, so I did not track good as well as. And in the next day, what I did, I basically put some markers on his face and I tracked it, and I think I tracked it correctly. And then again I shoot like this, and this time the white, you can see the white paper is small but the dot is very big, so it create many contrasts, so our software can track it easily. And this all shoot with my own DSLR. But if you think you don't have DSLR and you cannot create these types of result, you are wrong, because I shoot this video with my phone and then I tracked inside After Effects and do all these things inside After Effects and Element 3D. And in this one you can see there is no tracking markers, there are nothing. So in today's video I will show you the technique how I got the good tracks without tracking markers and without any like in this one I use a hat, but you don't need it also. So but one more thing guys, if you wanna get some good best quality tracks, you can put some markers like I mean this one. So you can put some great effect, but it's not necessary. But if you can, I will recommend you to do it, but it's not necessary. The only main big deal is removing these spots, because I'm not good in roto and paint. So that's why when I shoot this, then I worked, and for hiding this I use, let me show you. You can see this. For hiding these markers I use these little shields. So this is the story, guys, and now we are in our final episode. So I'm going to create a new composition, and here you can see. So I'm going to work on this clip. So you can make a very long track also, but I'm going for the tutorial purpose. I am only going to pick some smaller area, so we can do little bit fast. So maybe I can go from like this. I hope this is enough for the tracking, but you can put a little bit more longer footage, but let me go with this one. So first drag and drop and select the area which you are going to work on, and then I will duplicate by press Ctrl D, and then you can press Ctrl Shift C to pre-comp and move all attribute into the new composition. I am doing this because I am focusing on only the head motion. If you will throw 3D camera tracker on this footage on this time, it will track the scene, not track the motion. So in this one we are going to track this head motion, right guys? So I made one more tutorial few days ago, around few months ago actually, and this is a good tutorial. I will recommend you to see this because you will get the knowledge how to track object inside After Effects and how to place 3D things on the object. So this is it, and if you enjoy this tutorial, I will request you to like this video and share this to everyone. And if you are new here, I will request you to subscribe this channel. And for downloading this project file, you can go to my Patreon page. I will put the link in my video description. So let's move on. So you can go to this one, but you can rename it to like mask and come over here, and now just create a rough mask. So I am going to pick this area like this because I am going to track this head motion only. So I am going to mask this, press M and enable the mask path, and now we will track. You can track it, but I am going to manually do it because on working few days I am little bit good in masking and all, I think. So it will not take too much of time, but I am going to fast forward so you will not be worried. And once it's done, go back to your main final comp and select the mask and apply 3D camera tracking effect here, and let's wait what it will do. Let's see. And it's solved. It's tracked properly, but here you can say the average error is 2.02 and it's not good. For the CZ, I think you have to match it below 0.5 pixels. But my all of examples I tracked around 1 pixel, 1.5 pixels. So let's see if we can reduce it little bit more. So what I can do, I can just go to the mask composition again, and here I will add a curve effect to make some more contrast in the scene. And let's check again. So now you can see we got something around 1.39 pixels. And for reducing it a little bit more, what you can do, you can just select some point which you think it's not good. You can just select it and delete it, and you have to see it here. If it will reduce, we can go with that. Otherwise you can just press Ctrl Z to undo. So I can just go some point and I will see. And this is the game of trial and error, but I think I got pretty much of good track. So you can see we got from 1.39 to 1.36, and you can spend little bit more time and you can reduce it. You can see 1.34. So, and one more feature is here, guys. If you missed something, in case if you did not track this shot, so you can apply course and then you can hit detail analyze, and it will analyze your footage with little bit more detailing, and it will create little bit more point. So for the tutorial purpose I can go with this, but let me show you one more time if you get little bit more less, or let's see. So got it. We got something around 1.30. So it's good. Fine. So let's enable this one, and this is gonna be our background, and we can hide this mask, and now we can, you can see we got some pretty good tracks. So I can just randomly go over here, and if you think your this size is big, you can simply by going here and you can reduce it. So let me create solid and camera from here, or I can just select some point over here and create solid and camera, and let's check it. We can scale it, and maybe we can just rotate it little bit more and apply a grid effect to see. Let's check it. Or let me hide this one. So I think it's good track, but what I personally do when I do the tracking stuff, I create some more point. So like I will create some over here, and I can pick some of them by pressing control, and I can create some of my own, and again I can just pick some mark. I personally feel it worked, but I don't know technically it worked or not. So let's check this one is good or not. So I think this one is very good, or we can check this one. So you can scale it little bit and apply the grid effect here. Let's check. So I think it's good, very good. Now I will keep this for my main, but I can switch anytime. So now let's create a new solid, and this is gonna be our element 3D layer. And I can go here and change the color something around green. You know, this time we need peace. So I hope you guys are safe in this quarantine, because we have to make some social distancing and we have to be safe, guys. So let's apply element 3D effect on the element 3D. And I have some models I downloaded from Sketchfab. I will put the link in my video description, so you can go there and check it. So I will load one from there. So this model I personally like, and I made one more. So I will optimize mesh, and this is the model. I'll put the link in my video description, but you have to convert it on OBJ. Maybe you will get it in FBX, but if you know 3D program, you can do it easily. So let me work on the texturing. For now, I can go the Pro shaders and I apply some metal, and let's check. Turn off the draft texture so we can see correctly, and you can just select this, go to the UV mapping, and I can just increase the repeat so I can go to some good quality of texture. You can make it 3 by 3 as well as. So let's check which one suits us. So I like this one, and I want some rubber mask here, so I can go to the rubber material. There will be I think there is a plastic, yes, this plastic rubber material. So I can choose this one, or maybe this one, and let's see if I make. Good. And I can apply from the physical, which is already comes with element 3D. I will load a black glass over here, and I can use this to here. Good. And I can use some here also, and I can use a glowing material from here, and I can just put to this one. So it's almost completed. So texturing almost completed. Put this here. So this is good. Let's hit OK and let's match with our scene, and then we will work on the lighting. So I will go to the group 1, and here is an option called create group null. So I will press create, and it will give me a null, which is the position, rotation and scale of this object, or you can say basically for the group 1 this is the parameter. So I will work on the position right now. So this is my main tracking point, so I will press P and I will control C, but first let me show you what is the default result. So you can see it's not working perfectly, so I can control C to copy this position and control V to paste it here, and now you can see it's working good but not on the right position. So I will rotate it. So press R and rotate the Y direction and also on the Z direction, and I can scale it by going to here, or you can also scale it by here, and I can barely little bit adjust it the position. So now let's check it. Little bit good but not too good, because you can see here. So what I basically did, if I will change this to here by going to this, you can see we can fix this also from here. So now we can scale this little bit more. So now you can see it's good. It's very good. You can see we can see the hair, but if you will scale little bit, we can just get rid of the hair also, and the track is perfect. So this is the idea for tracking the mask and the position or everything for the face tracking basically. Now we'll work little bit more. So I can just clearly do some things like to matching it a little bit more correctly, or you can do press T and turn off the opacity little bit so you can see what's going on here. So you can see it's perfectly tracked on the face, and I like it too much. So now we'll work on the lighting, and I will try to make some realism, like we can make it like the head is actually exist by pressing some eye here. So first let me match the lighting. So what you can do, you can just load up some environment. So here this comes from After Effects already, so you don't need to download or do some anything. So I will choose this roof one, and I also shoot this footage on the roof in daylight, but no cloud. But no worry, it's good. So I can bring some brightness up because our scene has a little bit too much of brightness. You can just turn down the gamma and make it 2 and hit OK, and let's see. So not too much because this is blue, and but our scene is not blue, it's overexposed. So we can go to the render setting, physical environment, and I can down the gamma 0.4, and now it's almost matched. You can see you can rotate the environment to if you want, you can just rotate the environment, and if you want, you can just add a light. So in this case I'm going to use a point light, which I don't use in my personal video, but for creating some highlight I am making this one. And go to the custom view, and so I am the custom view, so we can work a little bit more good way. We can place light in a good way. So you can see I am creating some highlight here. For this, for that I am doing this one. So this is point light, and now I think our scene is matched. The lighting is matched. And one more thing I can do, the environment on this glass is looking like good looking. Basically I can say in the easiest way it's looking good, but in our actual environment is not like we have some clouds. So I can maybe load another environment. So let me I have few I downloaded from the HDR I have in. So I'm picking this one and down the saturation, so little bit. Let's check is this work correctly or not. So hit OK. Fine, I'm happy with this one. So this is good for now. And if you hide the point light, and you can see it's good. Now I will enable the ambient occlusion to make it little bit more realism. So if you are low configuration, you can go with the SSAO, or you can just choose the ray rest. And in this one, here are a few of the my setting which I always do. This is the before and this is after. And you can increase the maximum distance, but I'm not going to do this. So good for now. Let's make another composition, and this is gonna be for our eye effect. So I will press new solid, and this is gonna be a black layer for the background. So I can rename it to the busy, and then I will create a new solid, and this is gonna be somewhere around yellow. I can just create a mask, and I can just, you can see what I'm doing basically. Just Control D and make it another one, and I can just delete duplicate one more time, and this is gonna be for the mouth. But in our actual scene, if I will show you, in our actual scene here, I can show you there the mouth is covered, so we don't need the mouth, we need only the eyes. And then I can just simply apply one adjustment layer and apply CC ball action, and this will create these types of effects. So like pixels, and you can down the grid spacing if you want, like 2, and this is good. And one more thing guys, you can just simply blink the eye, so press T and select the opacity and go to the one frame and make it 0, and then go one frame again and make it 100. Control C and do the same for this eye. So you can see this blink, but it's blinking too fast, so I can make it little bit like good. Control C and paste on this one. Little bit good, but you can just make it little fast, just a little fast, like Control C and same for here. So now I can come to the comp 2, and this is gonna be eye texture, and I'll bring it to the here and hide it. Go to the element 3D, custom layer and custom texture map, and I will load the eye texture here, and I will go to the element 3D and select the glass, and now I will duplicate this helmet because I need a specific control for the eye. So I'll duplicate the model, and in the first one, this is the black glass, so I will press Alt and click here, so it will select only one material and deselect everything. So I will rename it eye by double clicking on this object, and I will, in this one you can hide this glass only. So this is head, you can see, and this is our eye. So on the eye I can go to the material, a black glass, and I will I will choose the eye texture here by in the illumination, and I will increase the illumination intensity, but you can see we cannot see this here. So what I can do, I can go to the UV mapping and press 1 by 1, and then let's check it. So here it is. So basically there are a few way to fix it. So let me show you. If you cannot fix this from here, you can just select OK and lock this composition and go to the eye texture here, and now I will just scale down this both like this, and I will just and then I can go to the final element 3D scene setup again, and I will adjust it here. So let's check. Change this from UV to box repeat, and now you can see we have a good control for the eye. And one more thing guys, if you wanna animate it outside from the element 3D, you can just select this eye and you can select this auxiliary animation channel, and you can choose any of them, and inside the auxiliary animation, don't move position or rotation for the eye, only use UV offset to, you can see, like this one or this one, but I don't want, so I can leave it here. And one more thing, I can just select the helmet model and go to here and change to box, or I can just go to the previous one, and you can select the material and you can just make according yourself if you don't want too much of a glossiness in a specific area. So you have a control, so you can do it. And you can select the model and go to the reflection mode and change it to the spherical, and same for the eye, spherical. But you can see it's not creating lights here. So what you can do, you can just change the reflection offset position. So maybe we can just cheat a little bit. You can see we are getting, but if we don't get, I will tell you to leave it because it is not too much of realistic, so we don't need to do it. So I can press 0 and 0 here. So now this is little bit up, so I can go again to the eye texture mapping and let me come over here, and now it's good. And you can make this eye little bit close more. By going to the eye texture here. So this is the game of trial and error. So I can, so alright, one more thing you can do, just lock this composition here and go to the eye texture again and drag here so you can see both things at the same time. I can create a new solid, and this gonna be yellow again, and then I can use CC radial, I mean a radio wave actually. So this will create a radio wave. So now I can choose the color anything, like I want a red, so I can put red here. Start with I want 4 and end 0, I mean 1. And you can increase the frequency so it will make more spin, you can see. And if you want expansion, so you can make it more long, and you can just place it to the right spot. And lifespan I will just decrease it like this, and I will just put to 1 for this eye. Let me tweak a little bit of changes again. Let's make it 5 and put below the adjustment layer, so it will create like this types of effect. And I can duplicate and make 1 for this eye, something like this. And I can duplicate one more time and 1 for the mouth waves from here, and in this one I can increase the expense a little bit more. And here you can change the polygon to anything, or you can just go to the polygon and make it like 4, so it will be like this. So you can play according to your choice, you can see. So this is the normal animation, you can see. Let's check in the final comp how it's looking. So personally I like it, and I will leave it here. And there are a lot more things to cover, but I'm going to I cannot cover it because I think I have to make a series for the face tracking and all other thing as well as. But this is the basic method for creating this, and you can what you can do more. You can just place some more stuff like I can place some components. I can go to the take components. I can choose some components here. Like I will choose this one. So I have something like this, or I can just simply select this text and place it here, and I can select this text and make it to the auxiliary channel 1, same for this one, and duplicate it by pressing Alt and just select both and press Alt and make it here. So this is something like earphone, headphone, something like that. But this is the normal idea, so you can do these things as well as, and hit OK, and then you can go to the group 1 auxiliary channel 1, and the rotation I can rotate this, and I can just add a keyframe and make it 1% of a rotation, and you can see this looking good. And there are a lot of things you can do with this one, and there are a lot of things you can make it. So this is about face tracking and all, and let me do some final tweaking to make it for the render. So I can go to the background and apply some highlight, shadow and highlight, and it will make something like that. But I will do with my own. So let's make it 45, and I can add a lumetri color also, and go to the basics, and I can down the exposure minus zero point 0.4, and I can down the highlight minus 15 point. So this is what we can do, and let's duplicate the element 3D one more time, and this time I can go to the output section and change it to the illumination, and now I can just add a curve effect and then apply a glow effect, and you can see what I am doing. Let's duplicate it and make it like this and change it to the additive. So you can check it, and if you will shoot this in a little bit less light, you can get some more good result. So you can see this is the idea for the face tracking, and you can do it do a lot more. And the tutorial is already long, but I want to share a few more things, guys. So let's duplicate this final comp one more time. Let me finalize this first, so you can just add a curve effect here. You can just down the highlight a little bit, and I can add red, and I can add blue from here, and in the green. I can just add it. And when you are going to render, few things you have to keep in mind. You can just increase the sampling so you don't get anti-aliasing problems, and press to here and remove compressed texture, and same for the illumination also. And then you can switch back to the full race, and also don't forget to enable motion blur, which is also very important. So this is good, guys. And one more tip is for you. So I already duplicated this final comp. Let me duplicate this final comp. So in this one I'm going to hide this first, and let's turn off the motion blur, and this is our main element 3D. Go to the scene setup, and what will happen if you wanna add some cone like this, let me off it. So let's see if I have a cone, or if I have a model like sword, knife, or something like that, and I want to place this on my object head, and I wanna show it is intersecting on the face. So what will you do? In this one you can see it's not right, so that time you need a separate object for your face, so which can create some ambient occlusion. You can use, let me show you by roughly. So if I increase this, and I will just make it like this is our model face, and I will place it like this. Let me this is just a basic idea, guys, so don't take it seriously. I'm telling you the, so like this is head, and this is intersecting on head, and I'll turn off the light so you can see, and then I can simply select the sphere model and go to the material and go to the advanced section, and then I will enable the matte shadow and check this to receive ray traced ambient occlusion. Draw faces on. So now you can see, now it's properly occlude inside the head, so it will look like this is intersecting inside the head. So for that, what you need, so you need a model of your head. So in this case I prepared this inside so this is the model of, so if I hide this one and the cone, so this is the model of character I made inside Blender 0.5, and I can just properly match this perfectly on this one. This is not matching, but I can perfectly match on this one. And then if I will add some cone, like let me hide this one, let enable the clone, and then I want cone is specific, this is intersecting over here, and then I can just select the model. Let me align it first so it will create good, otherwise it will not look good. So go to the P, and I can just, so I can properly try to make it from the beginning. Control C and Control V again. I can scale it down little bit. Alright, so this is perfectly, I think this is perfectly placed. You can see this is perfectly placed. And now if I go to the element 3D, and then if I will switch this head, to the matte shadow. Let me show you guys over here also. So you can see, let me make it white. So you can see this is properly occlude on this one, and without any object it will not use it will not create some ambient occlusion, shadow and all this realism. So receive, and now you can see this is, we can work on the ambient occlusion and make it more good. So this is the way you can do some stuff also, like if I have a mess, or if I have something this one, so I can and hit OK. So you can see, and I can make it, go to the render setting and let me change the ambient occlusion to gamma to somewhere around 2 or maybe 1.3, and spread I will choose 0.5, and so by adjusting it little bit more correctly you can get some good result. Let me focus over here. So you can see, so this is the idea guys for the face tracking and all things, and I hope you enjoy this tutorial, and don't forget to download this project project file from my Patreon page, and thanks for supporting me, thanks for everything. And one more thing guys, so here we are inside Blender and it's completely free, and here is a add-on called Face Builder. So I watched a tutorial on CG Matter, and I'll put the link in my video description so you can see, and that was a proper detailed tutorial about creating head your own custom head with texture. But in this one I'm not going to show you how you can create texture, I'm going to show you simple method. So you can create download the add-on and install it, and now you just click onto the create new head, and it will create a new head, but it's not like your model. So what you can do, you can just add images. So in this case I just took the, here I just taken few photographs from a different angle for the character, and then I can just load them inside. So I think this last from 80 to 86, 86, 80 to 86, and just click open images, and it will open images like this. Then you can just simply click on here, and you can see it's not in a correct position in the rotation, so you can just rotate it all. Now you can just simply match this. So I can just pick a point and then come here, and then I can just, it's a very easy step for creating your own custom head, like original custom head. And I can just simply make like my character is, and then you can just move to the second one, and in here you can do the same. So, and in the end you will get your own head model. So I will put the link in my video description so you can go there and check it, and once you create that head, and you can just bring them inside to your element 3D, and you can just do all this stuff. And there are a lot more things you can do it, but this is it guys, and I hope you enjoy this tutorial and I hope you learn something from the tutorial. So this is it guys, thanks for supporting me, thanks for loving me. I am Untitled Study, and we will see you next time with a great tutorial. Be safe guys, and thanks for watching this.